What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Jab Queen Boxing, and today is Thursday. So, you know what that means? It's Throwback Thursday, baby. Boxing style. Better yet, Jab Queen Boxing style. And today, for our Throwback Thursday, we are featuring none other than Fernando El Feroz Vargas. He boxed from 1997 to 2007 in an orthodox stance for a total of 31 fights, 26 wins, and 5 losses. 22 of those wins came by way of knockouts. Now, he mainly fought in welterweight, but he dabbled in an occasional squabble down in the middleweight division as well. But as usual, guys, we have to take it back to the beginning to find out what made Fernando Javier Vargas el Ferocious. Well, Ferocious was a star, it seems, right out the damn gate. Okay? He had over 100 wins and just 5 losses in the amateurs. He won a gold medal, the U.S. Olympic Festival, a bronze at the Pan American Games, multiple junior Olympic titles, all by the age of 16. Okay? In 1994, he became the youngest fighter ever to win the U.S. Senior National Championship. This talent, this fire, took him all the way to the 96 Atlanta Olympics, where he ended up losing, but definitely putting the world on notice. Now, he wanted to turn pro right away, but he had a hand injury. I believe he broke his hand or something and prevented him from turning pro immediately. But don't you worry, baby, because in 1999, okay, he made his pro debut against Jorge Morales. Knocked Morales' ass out in the first round, 56 seconds in. Morales was the first of many to be swallowed by the whirlwind that was El Feroz. I mean, Vargas was a freight train, winning his first 14 pro fights, every single one by knockout. He wasn't just winning, he was sending a message with every punch. His ambition was as savage as his style. He wanted a world title, and he wanted it now. In 1998, less than just 2 years after turning pro, he got his chance too. He took on the IBF Junior Middleweight Champion, Yuri Boy Campus, a veteran with over 70 fights. You think that mattered? Shit. Vargas dismantled Campus, so much so his corner threw in the towel after just 7 rounds, and history was made. Vargas became the youngest junior middleweight world champion ever, a record that still stands to this day. As champion, he never took the easy way out, defending his title against formidable opponents like a tough as nails Winky Wright and earning a punishing decision over former welterweight king like Ike Quarterly. He was an undefeated champion and a bona fide star. But trouble was brewing, and it came in the form of another undefeated power punching legend. The year 2000. This was set for a clash of the Titans. This fight was billed Forces of Destruction. The title unification between Vargas, who was 20-0, and Felix Tito Trinidad, who was 38-0. This was a showdown between two of the most fearsome punchers in the sport. What followed? Now that was just ghetto. In the first minute, Trinidad dropped Vargas twice. Now, most fighters, they would have been finished after that. But Vargas wasn't most fighters. He survived. And in the fourth round, baby, he came back flooring Trinidad with a perfect counter left hook. That fight became a brutal back and forth war. But the violence, it had its cost. As the rounds progressed, a severe injury left Vargas's my right yellow left eye swelled completely shut. In the 12th round, Trinidad he saw his opening, and he sent Vargas down three more times before the referee stopped the fight. Fernando Vargas, he lost his title and his perfect record, but in the brutal defense, he won the undying respect of the boxing world. If the Trinidad War was for pride, his next great rivalry, well, baby, that was personal. The bad blood between Vargas and Oscar de la Hoya was real. A bitter feud between two Southern California rivalries. And in 2022, they finally met to settle it. The fight was a tense and skillful chess match. Vargas bullied De La Hoya early, but the Golden Boy's hand speed began to take over, opening a cut under Vargas's right eye. The fight turned in the 10th, and in the 11th round, De La Hoya landed a picture perfect left hook that sent Vargas to the mat. He got up, but De La Hoya was on that ass, boy, and the fight was stopped. And to make matters worse, Vargas, he later tested positive for steroids. This casts a nasty shadow, man, over his violent performance. The wars with Trinidad and De La Hoya, fought with such brutality, took something from Vargas that he just could never get back. I mean, he would fight on, obviously, but the explosive, invincible force of his youth was gone. In its place was a battle worn veteran whose body had absorbed too much punishment. He returned to the ring, but his time as an elite contender, it was ending. In '06, he suffered two losses from another legend, Sugar Shane Mosley. Still, the warrior spirit burned for one last fight against the wild and unpredictable Ricardo Mayorga in 2007. It was a fitting end, another grueling war against a big name, but I mean, he did lose, majority decision. He fought with the same grit that defined him. Fernando Vargas retired with a record of 26 wins, 5 losses, and 22 knockouts. Every single loss of his career came against a world champion. Trinidad, De La Hoya, Mosley, Mayorga, a testament to the fact that he never padded his record. He sought out the biggest challenges and gave the fans everything he had every single time. Fernando Vargas' story didn't end when the final bell rang, guys. His contributions to the sport were officially recognized with his introduction into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame in 2020 and the National Boxing Hall of Fame just this year. In retirement, he spoke openly about his personal struggles, using his own dark times to help guide a new generation. But his most important new role is that of a father. and trainer. The Vargas name is echoing through boxing all over again. But this time, it's threefold, baby. His sons, Fernando Jr., our model, and Emiliano, are all professional boxers carrying on the family legacy. They are the Vargas dynasty, baby, training and guided by the one man who knows the pain and glory of the sport inside and out. Fernando Sr. is steering their careers with the wisdom he earned in the fire, ensuring they don't make the same mistakes he did. The youngest son, Emiliano El General Vargas, is emerging as a seriously bright prospect and undefeated knockout artist who has the boxing world buzzing. I know y'all just seen that last fight, first round knockout. Shit, I ain't getting in there with him. But seriously, guys, Fernando El Flores Vargas, he is still one of the most exciting figures of his era. He was a champion who burst onto the scenes, baby, with historic power. He was a warrior who gave us legendary rivalries that fans still talk about to this day. And he was a hero, a fighter whose incredible heart and charisma left a mark on the sport of boxing. You guys tell me in the comments, what is your favorite Fernando Vargas fight? Well, guys, that concludes this week's episode of Throwback Thursday. If you have somebody specific, as usual, you'd like me to feature, leave their name in the comments section and I'll make sure to do my research and put a video together. But until next time, guys, y'all know what to do. Catch me on a panel.